The muísca raft is an iconic piece of indigenous art due to its association with the El Dorado ceremony, where an upcoming chief or cacique would be covered with a sticky substance, then covered with gold dust, and be brought on a raft to the middle of a lake, where he would be brought along with gold and emerald items that would be thrown into the lake, and he would be brought back and declared chief. Now, this could have well been an exaggeration by Spanish conquistadors, and the Museo del Oro that this item is now located in further connects this item to the myth in order to bring in more visitors. But what is the truth behind this item? Now, this item was discovered in a cave in a hill in Colombia in 1969. It was found in a large ceramic vessel meant to represent a stylized human, alongside a smaller ceramic vessel, a gold artifact representing a litter, which includes 3 human figures, and an animal skull described as being a feline that is now lost. And we have evidence of muísca chiefs being associated with felines, with chiefs sometimes being depicted with whiskers in art. Now, something very interesting about the raft is that it was made using the lost wax method, but it does it in a way where it was only done using one wax model instead of making them separately and soldering them later. This was likely intentional, as there are imperfections that could have been worked on after the casting was done, like bubbles on the back of the figures. So it seems that this item needed to be done in one casting, even if it would have been easier and more polished if they did it another way. Considering the person that would have commissioned this art would have been a high-ranking chief or cacique, this reinforces the idea that this was intentional. The metallurgy of the figure consists of around 60 to 70% gold, followed by it being made up of copper and silver. And this item has been dated to have been made from anywhere from 1200 to 1400 CE. The central figure in this item is clearly the chief, judging by his size and attire, which is very consistent with muísca iconography. One small note is the rectangular nose ring with bird heads worn by the chief that is generally worn by main figures. Here's a larger scale version here. Another important note is all the figures have their backs facing away from the central figure, further emphasizing his status, as looking at him in the face could have been considered disrespectful. Now, the ceremony that this offering was made in was likely a private ceremony with a few attendees, especially due to its remote location, though it still could have been used to reinforce alliances and to project soft power. Overall, this is a very beautiful piece, and I really hope to see it one day in Colombia myself.